Hello, and thank you so much for joining me for Faithful Fridays. What a blessing it is to be able to jump on and join you guys on this Faithful Friday. What an amazing week it has been. I was so happy about getting on today. I was just super happy about getting on today. This week was just a complete pour. I mean, I did some pouring, but it definitely was a week of just being able to soak up a lot of knowledge in regards to just being faithful to what those things that God has called you to. It's an amazing Friday here in the Midwest. If you're in the Midwest, we are trending in the 90s. So make sure that if you're out, that you got the proper utensils to be out. That means your sunscreen. Make sure you got you some water. We can't be drinking no soda. We got to have the water, y'all. It's going to be a hot one, but we're going to make it through. I'm always happy about warm weather because warm weather just makes me happy. But again, happy to be here with you guys on today. This week, Monday, all I kept thinking at the start of the week is, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for a wonderful week in advance? I just kept hearing the nugget. Procrastination is a bondage, but taking action is freedom. So I knew as the week began, I had to take action over those things that I needed to accomplish. I kept remembering the scripture, Proverbs 13:4. It says, the soul of a lazy man desires and has nothing, but the soul of a diligent shall be made rich. And so I wanted to be diligent so that I could be made rich, not only in those things that I desire, but in my soul, so I could be made rich, so that I could end the week feeling like I really accomplished some things. I started this week off just thanking God for the ability and the strength to read his word, to have the opportunity to operate in those things that I'm passionate about, those things that have been purposed over my life, and to continue to cherish the moments that I'm able to make, both big and small. Last weekend was just phenomenal, all of the different things that I was blessed and able to do. I honored him for a wonderful weekend, and I began to thank him for an awesome week in advance. The power of your words. I just kept thinking, please take this sluggishness off of me, because I felt on Monday I was a little bit sluggish, so that I could do everything that I needed to do. There is nothing that trips us up more, guys, than our fear, whether it's imagined or not. Just thinking we can't get through a thing. Crafting a vision and seeing it through, it's going to require some courage, and courage it's going to require you to find your voice and be willing to make it heard. For me, it was telling my flesh no. We're not doing this today. We're not bowing down to this spirit of being tired. We're going to get up and we're going to get what we need to get done. I reminded myself when Tuesday got here, when Tuesday passed, I reminded myself on that day I had to remind myself and encourage myself of those God-given goals that he's given me, and remind myself that they're achievable, meaning if God blessed you with a vision to do something, it can and it will be done. If you have the faith and fortitude to just go for it. And fortitude is nothing more than courage. You have to speak for the change that you want to see. That's right. In life, your life is governed by your thoughts. And the best way to direct your thoughts is through the power of your words. And so you got to speak a good week into existence. You have to tell your mind what you want it to think. How you speak is a matter of habit. So, the way you speak, it becomes a habit. If you're negative, you're going to be negative all the time. If you're positive, you're going to find yourself being more positive. Changing a habit or a lifestyle that you've become accustomed to, it can be difficult at first. I'm not going to lie. It can be. It takes motivation. It's going to take courage. It's going to take discipline. It's going to take willpower to be applied over your life, over time, to truly change the course of your life. When you ask yourself, why do I have so many issues? Remember, having issues isn't the absence of victory in our lives. It's simply a call to action, reminding us that victory is just right around the corner. Even in the morning of study, a different excerpt had came to me on Tuesday that reminded me again, when it comes to the mind, we have to refuse to allow thoughts and emotions to run counter to godliness. Set a watch and do not allow those ungodly thoughts to take stand in your mind. Deal with doubt. You have to deal with doubt and unbelief and establish a strong faith, because it's going to come upon you. It really will. There's nothing you can do about it but fight. And you fight how? With your faith. Keep in mind that at the top of the week, And when it was starting off for me, I had to intentionally focus on the things that I thought and spoke. And that was very important. As I reached the midweek, Wednesday, I was feeling great. I had got through Monday and Tuesday. It's the smallest slices of time we is where we're able to meet our biggest opportunities to become capable of what we want to become. It is. It's in those small moments and those things that we do in those small moments. If you want to serve, you got to serve on purpose. If you want to give, you got to give on purpose. If you want to lead, you got to lead on purpose. Learn to leverage the potential and purpose that you've been granted. Learn to leverage it. You know, if we only knew that the world would, if we only knew that the world was going to continue to offer us comfort and escapes, would we continue to keep doing it? We have to ask ourselves when we lean on these temporary escapes, how is it working out for us? We escape by binging on movies, reality shows, trips to the mall, chocolates, ice cream. We take vacation. We get affirmation from our friends. And not that any of these things are bad, but however, they're temporary fixes. They won't fill us up. They just won't. They make us feel good in the moment. And that's why we need more and more and more of it. You know, I've expressed to God that I no longer want the temporary fixes. I just don't. I no longer have a desire to accept those things that are not going to fill me up. I need some soul food. I'm absolutely done with appetizers. You got to give me the whole meal. This week ended for me focusing on just giving. That's right, giving. It's a good thing if you're giving to the right things. The bigger the vision God gives you, more than likely, he's going to call others to work beside you to fulfill it. You know, tell yourself, I will responsibly use my gifts that have been given to me to be a blessing to my family, my community, and my nation. You know, sometimes focusing on someone other than yourself, it can help to improve your mood. Takes you out of that self-centeredness. When is the last time you experienced the joy in giving? Who has needed your help lately that you were or were not willing to give to? And how did it make you feel to give or to not give? In order to be close to God, guys, we must walk a path that takes us out of ourselves. And it's going to demand us to leave behind the baggage of hangups, doubt, self-centeredness, destructive habits, addictions, and even hate. Because a lot of times we get caught up on those different things that hold us back. You have to see beyond what people ask you to do. Because most people don't even know what it is that they want you to do, let alone how to get it done. It's navigating beyond people's needs and their opinions of others, of whether or not you should or should not help somebody. Do what's in your soul. Do what's in your soul. That's going to lead you to those moments of success and prosperity and truly feeling fulfilled. There's a day coming where you're going to have to give answers for the choices that you made. And a lot of times we know that we're supposed to give. We know that we're supposed to help others. You know, I'm going to end this week because I didn't want to stay on here long. The week for me ended on the topic of trust. And you're going to have to learn to trust somebody, y'all. Remember, when our minds are fixed on God, we can at least trust him, even when times get foggy, because guess what? They will. Even when times get confusing, it's going to happen. We have to learn to trust God. Once you learn to trust God, you will begin to see clearly. And you can rest assured that he's going to send the help that you need. Just make sure that you don't send the help away. Again, as I expressed, this was an absolutely phenomenal week. Got a lot of things done. I don't like to call it busy. It was a very productive week. I'm excited about how it turned out. I'm extremely happy about the disconnect. If you're looking for the guys, we will be on the go this weekend. We will be at Blues and Barbecue on tomorrow. That's off of 38th Street from noon to 7. I will post that information to the Guys Cooking Creation group page. Also, special shout out to my daughter, Shay Sparks. She released her demo series on today. She does an absolute phenomenal job just making music. Not only does she make the music, she has the ability to produce it. She does a lot of things behind the scenes that people have no idea, but I'm privy to see a lot of those things that she puts in work behind the scenes. I tell her all the time, and I mean it wholeheartedly, it's not if God's going to do it. It's when God does it. And when God does it, he is simply going to blow her mind, because I know how disciplined she has been on this journey of being an artist. Not only being an artist, but being a positive artist and putting music into the atmosphere that those of all ages can listen and enjoy. So again, if it's the disconnect for you, you know the drill. Get out and do some things that your future self will thank you for. But most of all, let your light shine. Your transparency is leading to so many others being transformed. You know the drill. I'll be back on Monday for Motivational Mondays. But until then, stay blessed, and I will see you soon.